Plaintiff Kathy Green says the defendant is a subcontractor, and after she hired him to work on her property, they started dating. Kathy claims she soon realized the defendant was addicted to drugs, alcohol, and Viagra, and she broke up with him after he physically and verbally abused her. She's suing her ex for an unpaid loan. Defendant Caleb Valdez says the reason he broke up with Kathy is because she was possessive and controlling, and he claims she was so obsessed with him that she started stalking him. Caleb is countersuing for unpaid services.
Start with you.
Well, Judge, I wanted to let you know I met Caleb in March of 2011. He was a subcontractor. I met him through someone that was doing work for me. I'm a licensed real estate broker. I own rental properties. Caleb came to do some work on my rental properties. I guess I should have known then that he was such a player because he made a pass at me the first night. But sparks kind of flew and we started dating. Unfortunately, Caleb's only goal in life is to conquer women and spread his seed. He's addicted to drugs, alcohol, Viagra, and he's a consummate liar.
He's addicted to Viagra.
Uh-huh.
How do you know that?
Wow, really? Wow.
How do you know the man is addicted to Viagra?
Because he takes it constantly.
No, he doesn't.
She say he doesn't.
Yeah, well,
He did when he was with
Street
you?
meat hasn't known him that long.
He did when he was with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That's just the first time I've heard that term, addicted to Viagra.
Yeah.
When you're addicted to something,
And as
it's
well
like you
as drugs,
go in.
alcohol.
Huh?
As well as drugs and alcohol.
What type of drugs?
Pot, probably a little bit of X.
Viagra head.
Viagra head. That's a dope one.
That's right.
At least he's not a crackhead.
Yeah, right?
Viagra head. That's a good one.
Wow.
All right. What do you mean by spreading his seed and conquering women? Where do you get this impression?
Basically, when I started dating him, he told me he was married but legally separated, and he had 6 kids, and he was raising the kids by himself. 3 are older, are much older, 3 are younger and still at home. And I thought he was kind of a good guy because he had custody of his kids and he was trying to take care of his kids and do the right thing. I kind of fell for him hard, and as far as I know, the feeling was mutual.
But how many parents are there to the children?
2.
2 parents, 6 kids? Doesn't imply that.
No, and there's more on the way.
Where do you get that from?
Well, the first blow came in August of 2014 when supposedly he went to San Diego for 4 or 5 days.
Where did he go?
He went to San Diego, but it was supposedly to visit his dying grandmother, which was not true because he went out there and hooked up with a young girl, got her pregnant.
How do you know that?
He admitted, she put on Facebook that she had met the love of her life and that she was in a relationship with him. I confronted him when he came back and he said, yes, I got drunk, but it was a one-night thing. She's a friend of my cousin.
Did you all break up shortly after?
Well, she was pregnant and she kept harassing him, and we did not break up because he asked me to forgive him. Which I tried to do, and he asked me to help raise the child with him, which I agreed to do.
Okay. Why'd you all break up then?
Well, on March 7th of 2015, he came over my house. He was dead drunk, he was stoned, and he became highly abusive, both physically and verbally. And
Over what?
I'm sorry.
Over what?
I don't know. He was not making sense. He was telling me that why wasn't I taking care of him? Why wasn't I helping him out?
And you haven't been together since?
No.
Okay. Sir, let me hear some background from you.
Oh, Your Honor. Oh, wow, I'm amazed right now.
She's not. She wants her money.
Especially I'm addicted to Viagra. I don't understand that. But anyways, 2014 November, I definitely ended relationship with her, and it was 3.5 years off and on. The reason I broke up with her because she was basically possessive, controlling, and obsessive.
She wasn't too possessive. She couldn't keep you from going down there to San Diego, having that child.
But when I come back, she's always texting me, calling me, going through my Facebook, stalking me.
That was after your rendezvous? Is
No,
that when she
no,
started
no.
after that?
That was from the beginning, from the start.
Okay.
From the start. From the start of the relationship, she, right away, she's...
Why'd you break up in March? She said you came over there in a drunken stupor and you were physically abusive.
I was not, Your Honor.
What happened?
I wanted to face her face to face and tell her that, stop bugging me. Leave me alone.
It's such a
You need
lie.
to... Oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
Well,
But
tell me when
anyways,
you first told her you were broken up.
in
How did that-
November.
All right, you told her, how did
Yes.
that come across?
I
You
told her
what?
I was seeing somebody else, and I don't want to see you anymore. Stop
That is
calling me,
not
stop
true.
texting me.
Okay.
And
He never
when
told you
she-
that, ma'am?
No, that is not true. In fact, we went to
I
a
don't know,
concert
man. He
in
knows why
Buffalo.
you broke up. You don't. So his testimony is a little more reliable in that way. I thought it was a little odd that a man comes over to your house in a drunken stupor, becomes this, becomes that, and you say, well, I don't know why he did it.
This did not happen in November. December 18th, we went to Buffalo and spent the night in Buffalo. We went to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
I helped him buy his kids' Christmas presents because he was pawning his mother's jewelry because his business
Mm-hmm.
was failing and he was so broke. So we were definitely together in December. We were together in January.
Okay, that's not what I'm asking about, ma'am. I'm asking about the breakup. Let's get to the loan, ma'am. You're suing him for $1,800 in the loan,
correct.
so how does he owe you for that?
I loaned him money because his car was repossessed.
When?
That was September 25th. I have a signed promissory note from him, as notes as well as to he needed help paying his gas and electric bill.
Let's see the note.
And Your Honor, can I see that too?
He signed it. It's the original. And I have bills. We spoke that night. I asked him to sign it that night because of the incident in August because I didn't fully trust him.
Hand this to him, please. So you wanted to see it. You had him do what else?
I said,
Oh my God.
I asked him to sign the promissory note because of what happened in August with him getting the girl pregnant. I didn't fully trust him, and I wanted to make sure that I would get paid
Okay.
back. I
Looks
also
like he
helped
did.
him pay his other bills and get his car out of impound.
All right. And he's failed to pay you anything. Sir?
That's correct.
Your Honor, actually this document was tampered with because I'm countersuing for $800, which was the amount that I originally signed. And this is
That
my
is not
signature.
correct.
This is my signature right here.
It
I'm
is?
not gonna lie to you.
And it says $1,800.
It said $1,800, but it said $800 on it.
Let's see if
And
it-
there's
That's
like
incorrect.
a 1 put in there with a comma.
No.
Really close to the
Just
dollar
to get his
sign.
car out of impound, Your Honor, was over $1,100.
No.
I wouldn't have just given him $800 when I knew he needed at least $1,100
It
annually.
was only for $800, and that's, Your Honor, I'm countersuing for $800 for unpaid services. And when I signed that, I did some work for her, and I told her from the get-go, you know, since I did this work for you, I got you heat in your house, your boiler went down, I did the services, why don't we just call this a wash?
You're saying at one point, or in September of 2014, you agreed that you owed her $800.
$800.
She says $1,800.
Yes.
And you're saying that later you did some work and it would have eliminated this debt?
Yes.
So then why are you asking for $800?
Well,
If you already eliminated the debt. If the debt is eliminated, no one should owe
Exactly.
anyone. So why? Exactly. So why are you asking for $800?
No, I'm countersuing for $800 because I thought she was suing me for $800, which was on that
So
promissory
you're saying
note.
if she gets $800, you want $800?
When I signed that, it wasn't in September, okay?
Oh, yes, it
Oh,
was.
no, it
Now you're
wasn't.
saying she put
No, it was in
was
winter.
September
It was in
25th.
winter time. We had the first touchdown of snow that year, and she called me in, and she made me sign that, and it was, I clearly seen it, it was $800.
Yeah, but you're saying now that the date is wrong also.
That's-
First was just the one was placed in front of it. Now you're
There
saying
was
she
no
also...
date on it, Your Honor. I'm sorry but it was no date on it, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I
It
also
was
have the backup
just-
documentation where I spoke to
Let's
the
see it,
car
please.
company. These are my notes. He needed $1,100 to get his car out of impound
Let's see
because
it,
it had been
please, Dora.
repossessed.
What is it you have there you want to play?
I just want to show Your Honor that I got voicemail, I have texts about the
Let's
work.
see your text.
I have the text as well, and I have a paid receipt
Okay.
for the boiler
Let's see it. Let's
that
see
he
your
did
text.
not do.
Text, ma'am.
Okay, let's see here.
What voicemail do you have, sir?
Just a character, that's all. That's all I want you to, this tape's about.
That is him apologizing for not coming over, taking care of my boiler.
On November of 14, you say to her, you know I would have come over if it was an emergency. You know that, kitten, because you know I love you. Then she says, yeah, it was an emergency, below 50 degrees. So, kitten, if it was an emergency, I would have come out to help. And then you handed me something that says, in April, she says to you, please remember to have money to me on Friday. You say, please remember to pay me the boiler job I did at your house. You say to him on that April 11th, the boiler job was you learning and needing a guinea pig. All other jobs you were paid for. Then he says, stop bugging me. And you say, and I also have text from you offering to just do the boiler because you wanted to help. How do you reconcile the two?
He came over in February of 2015, and I had originally asked him in
Explain November. Let's explain that
first. I
first.
originally asked him in November. I mean, he was an apprentice. I called him and asked him to come over because I had no heat. He said, I will take care of it. They never came.
Never came. He said, forgive me for not coming. Got that. So what happened in April?
February of 2015, when he was still learning, he came over, and as he was over quite frequently, he spent a lot of time at my house, and he said, he was slightly drunk, but he was okay. He says, let me go down and see what that guy did to the boiler when he fixed it. He says, because I don't know that much about boilers. He said, I want to see what the guy did. I want to inspect it and look at it and make sure he did a good job because I think he charged you too much. So he went down and looked and inspected at the boiler.
That's all he did?
That's all he did.
Okay, so when you refer to the boiler job was you learning and needing a guinea pig. When you learn and you having a guinea pig, no, you do some work. You don't just look.
No, he didn't
You do some work. Well, I don't believe you now.
He inspected
I don't
them.
believe you. I believe you were trying to defraud me with this document, like he says. Your claim is dismissed. I believe you're trying to defraud the court. Have a good day. Judgment for the defendant, for the counterclaim, because you're trying to defraud me. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You never would have been here today if you'd only told the truth and you hadn't been a liar. You know you owe me the money, and I helped you out. I helped you out with your kids.
I don't owe you nothing.
Christmas,
I don't,
yeah,
no,
you owe me.
No, you
owe me. And I don't even know why you brought the street meat.
Do you want?
Wait, miss.
No. Oh.